First match of the All Blacks end of year tour is versus Japan in Japan. A good opportunity, I think, to rotate players within the squad. I thought Scott Robertson was very consistent with his selections of his Matchday 23 squad throughout the Rugby Championship. And can we see some changes for this Japan team? Opportunities given to guys within the squad? I think so. The rest of the tour is extremely tough. Some tough fixtures coming up for the All Blacks, and you want your fittest guys ready to go. So can we see a couple of changes made for this Japan team? Not overlooking the threat that Japan might pose, but still, I think a very good opportunity for Razor to select or rotate some of his players around. I'm going to do my best to predict the All Black side to face the Brave Blossoms in Japan. As always, let me know in the comments what you guys thought. What do you think of my team? How do you think the All Blacks are going to go about selecting their squad for this game? Let me know what changes you would make. Hit that subscribe while you're there. Let's get into it. So my predicted All Black side to face Japan this weekend: Ofa Tongafasi, Osofo Moa, and Pasilio Tosi up front. Scott Barrett and Patrick Tuipolotu. Scott Barrett, obviously captain. Back row of Samipeni Finau, Artie Savia, and Wallace Atiti. Then Cam Roygard and Damian McKenzie, 9-10. Centres of Geordie Barrett, Billy Proctor, and back three of Caleb Clark, Will Jordan, and Ruben Love. Bench of George Bell, Fletcher Newell, Ethan de Groot, Josh Lord, Peter Lakai, Cortez Ratima, Stephen Perofeta, and David Harvey. Very, very, very packed, stacked, strong side, regardless of rotations and all kinds of things like that. Still a very, very strong side. I have gone with a bit of a mix of, yes, rotating the squad, because from kind of what we're used to with the Rugby Championship, like I said, Razor was very consistent with his selections in that competition. But then I've changed a couple of positions there, but then kept the core selections of, or the core positions of that group still in this 23-man squad, because I think Japan, they've shown in 2015 against the Springboks at the World Cup, they've shown they can, on their day, they can come out firing and beat anyone. With Eddie Jones at the helm there, who knows what Japan side you're going to get. All right, let's get into some of the reasons why. So up front, Ofa Tongafasi, Osofo Moa, and Pasilio Tosi. To be honest, with regards to the dark arts, I really need to brush up on my nerding out of the front row. I'm not too clued up on the front row of your tight heads and your loose heads. Hookers, I'm a bit more clued up on. For hooker, for me, is just throw the ball in, good at line out, and do well with carries around the park. So my front row, so Ofa Tongafasi, Pasilio Tosi, strong scrummages. I think Almoa, strong scrummages as well. Almoa probably needs to work on his line-out throws, but no better way than in the actual game. Then I think Tosi and Tongafasi, what they do, strong scrumming first up, but carrying the ball, really, really strong. Tosi gets around the park. For a big guy, really gets around the park and does well with carrying the ball. And so does Tongafasi. Those guys hit rucks as well. Big engines, or big bodies, but a strong engine on them as well. And like I said, I've probably got the rotation wrong there, but let me know what changes you would make up front. For my locks, I've gone with Scott Barrett and Patrick Tuipolotu. Tried and trusted so far with the All Blacks. This little combination they have there. I think Scott Barrett he's the captain, goes without saying. Really strong with ball in hand, ball carries, hitting rucks. Like both sides of the ball, very, very strong. Could they rest him still for this game? Who knows? Maybe not. Who knows? There's a few other options there. You've got Sam Darry. You've got Josh Lord could start. You've got Tupovai there as well. I think Patrick Tuipolotu gets an opportunity here. bigger body, still work rate through the roof as well, and he'll be very important for them carrying the ball. And at line-out time as well. Bit of a struggle in the English Test series. I thought they were a lot better throughout the Rugby Championship, but still an area they want to focus on, and these two guys really need to nail it there. In my back row, Sammy Penifina, Artie Savia, and Wallace Atiti. I think after this little break since the Rugby Championship going into this Autumn Nation series or the end of year tour, there's been a little bit of a break, and now it's the chance to swap Satiti and Savia. It's been a bit quiet, but now we can swap, like kind of with no one noticing sort of thing. I still think Artie Savia is a 7 flank and Wallace Atiti is an 8. This is the opportunity to change it. Where will they do it? Does Jason Ryan and Razor watch the channel? I don't know. Now's the opportunity. If they do it, they have been watching. I still think that Wallace Atiti off the back of a scrum, scary stuff, man. And just the work rate. They both get through, Artie Savia included, but what Artie Savia can do off the side of the scrum, putting pressure on the opposition backline, the work rate he gets through, second to none. And then Sammy Pini now, I think, will get an opportunity there just to show what he's made of again. Just so everyone doesn't forget, because he's still a quality player. And then big one there, Peter Lakai, hopefully making his debut off the bench, and he'll be a good sub out for Artie Savia or Satiti or Finau. Imagine Lakai, Artie Savia, and Satiti on at the same time. Holy. Wowee. Again, there's a lot of options they can pick there, but remember, Papali'i, Jacobson, and Blackadder aren't included in this Japan leg of the series. So keep that in mind. 9 and 10, Cam Roygaard, Damon McKenzie. So McKenzie, like the only other 10 they've picked is Bonan Barrett. So I've gone with McKenzie here. Do they bring on Perofeta maybe later in the game? Who knows? I think McKenzie will get at least a first half, and then they could change it from there. Cam Roygaard, I think, comes straight in. He's been fantastic when he's come back from his injury for Counties Monaco. I think he comes straight in there, and then Ratima with that extra punch off the bench. You could have them swapping, but then the only problem is if they only want to give Roygaard a couple of minutes, if Cortez Ratima goes down injured in the first 10 minutes, then you have to give Roygaard a full 70, 80 minutes, you know what I mean? So I think Roygaard starts with his 30, 40 minutes, and then Ratima comes on to finish it. Centers, I've gone with a Hurricanes pairing of Geordie Barrett and Billy Proctor. I want this to happen at international level. Give it to us, Razor. Give it to us. Give it to the fans. I think there's a lot of people who have been calling for this. Let this happen. Geordie Barrett, strong first phase, strong defensively, got a big boot on him as well. You know what you're getting from him, first phase. And then Proctor, both sides of the ball. His connection with Geordie Barrett, the lines he runs on attack, his defensive reads as well, rushing out of the line, knowing when to do that, when to hang back. One-on-one tackles, also very, very good. And just that combination, we see what punishment they put on the opposition at Super Rugby level. Let's see it at international level. Come on, Razor. And then back three of Caleb Clark, Will Jordan, and Ruben Love. Caleb Clark, again, he's been fantastic, the Rugby Championship, and all year, this year for Blues as well. Just try-scoring machine. Really good for the All Blacks first phase. They used his bigger body really well in that regard. And then I've gone with Ruben Love to make his debut starting at 15 with Will Jordan at 14, because Jordan obviously take a lot of pressure off him, can be in his ear the whole time, telling him here, there, how, when, what, why, what, you know what I mean? And then those two linking up. And I just think Ruben Love has been in and around the squad now for a while, hasn't got an opportunity. I think this is the perfect test versus Japan in Japan. I think this is the perfect opportunity to give Ruben Love the test. Like, let's see what you can do here, man. And then if shit hits the fan, you've got Will Jordan there. You've got Perofeta on the bench that can come in. Havili on the bench can cover center, can cover wing, can cover 10 if he has to, can cover fullback as well. All right, well, that's my predicted side. As always, like I say, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Am I on the money here? Do I know anything about rugby? You know what to do. Hit that subscribe while you're there, and I'll see you guys next time.